Okay, welcome to the Crow Show. We've got another important clip here, maybe even a history-making clip. I will run a slide at the end asking for anyone who may have filmed the lunar wave on the night of the eclipse to contact me. I will add, there were 4 people looking at my monitor, and I was the only one who saw it. So it's real easy to miss, and it's real easy to think that it's a camera malfunction. At any rate, we're going to start with a UFO that I could not identify as a satellite. It's going to come in the lower left here. It happened 13 seconds before the lunar hologram was filmed. Here it comes. And I'll do a closer view of this object. It's kind of difficult to see again in the lower left. This is slowed down by 50%, zoomed 400%. And there he goes. He's in the middle and up to the top. Alright, 13 seconds later we filmed the lunar wave event, which I am now calling a hologram. It was filmed at 10:46 p.m. give or take. There's been some debate about the time. Here it comes from the top right. There's the first wave coming down, and here comes the second wave. I'm going to give you a few views of this so you can try to get a good look at it. There it is, coming down from the upper right, lower left, and here comes the second wave. We're going to take another view. Here it comes again, coming in from the upper right. There's the first wave. This may be the best view. I've brightened it quite a bit. And there is the second wave. And we're going to take a view of it with the grid so you can see how tilted the wave is. There's the first one, and there is the second wave, and here I'm going to let you hear the live audio that happened while we recorded. By my computer on the arm of the couch or something.
Man, you were not prepared.
Whoa, there's the wave. We just got the wave. There goes the second one. See it?
No.
We just got the holographic wave. Okay, now I'm beginning to think the reason for the color problem with the eclipse is directly related to this wave, which I'm 90% sure now is a hologram. I'm going to run at 5,000% speed the eclipse. I didn't plan to do a time lapse, so excuse the jumpiness of it because I was moving my lens around. You'll see a lot of things, UFOs and satellites fly by. What you will notice is at the beginning of this, there's a little bit of color at the mar in the upper right there, a little bit of blue in it. But predominantly as this goes on, we end up at black and white. And on the right side of the moon here, it gets so white that at the end of this run, I have to adjust my ISO so that it's just not a complete white nothing. There it is. I just adjusted my ISO so we can actually see the moon. Now what you're seeing here is the eclipse going into totality. Now I'm going to follow this with footage taken 1 minute later. So there it is through my scope, black and white, there's totality. So here's camera footage taken without the scope, and we get color. This footage was taken 1 minute after the time-lapse footage you just saw, and with the exact same camera settings. So let's get rid of the text here. And what you're looking at is the moon, but the problem is that's Mars in the upper right there. I zoom in and now you can see just the moon, and Spica is the little star there. Does that look like totality to you? We just watched through the scope footage that ended a minute before this was taken. We watched in black and white the eclipse go to totality. I switch over with the same camera settings, put on my camera lens, take this footage, and voila, we have color all of a sudden. But look, it doesn't look like it's at totality. Yet through the scope, we just filmed the eclipse go to totality. You can distinctly see in this footage that the right side of the moon is still significantly more lit than the left side of the moon. So that's not totality. When we were looking through the scope, you could see the whole moon blacking out, going into totality. So, I mean, these are the problems that I was pointing out with the eclipse before I filmed this 5th now lunar wave event. And also I would note, it may not be easy to see when it's encoded, you can see color in Spica there. It's blue. it's a blue star, and you can detect blue in this footage as well. So what I'm going to do here is switch back over, and we are going to take a look at the hologram wave again and begin to think, is the reason that we saw so much color problem with the eclipse because we're actually looking at a hologram? So the wave's going to come in at the upper right here behind this text. And, you know, I haven't proven this yet. I have a theory that this wave is a hologram covering the moon, which is in the sky but just covered. The burden of proof is on me, but I think this footage takes me a step closer, and I also think that it's quite possible someone else filmed this because a lot of cameras were pointed at the eclipse. So, if you filmed the lunar eclipse on April 14, 2014, please look through your footage at around 10:46 Pacific time or west coast of the United States to see if you filmed the lunar wave event. If you did, please contact Crow 777. On Facebook, I'm Crow 777. It's all spelled out. You can see it there. On YouTube, I'm just Crow 777. And there it is. The lunar wave event filmed again on the night of the eclipse, where we saw so much problem with the color of the eclipse. And if you'll remember, the day before this, I called out the media for saying blood moon too much.